Alrighty, is this thing on? Okay. So we're going to be doing a little bit of a slight tutorial series on a couple of things with Mega Man X4 Zero 100% speedrun. It's just a few things that a friend of mine had asked for. So let's see if we can help you out here. Now, so Dragoon, everybody's favorite fight, right? I'm sure you've noticed that Hadokens and Shoryukens will absolutely melt your health bar. And since he's the first boss, you don't really want that. So, this is a good little pattern here. I mean, this is one of the patterns that you don't really want, honestly. That's the kick pattern, right? So with kick pattern, you basically want to deboost into him as soon as he lands, right? Wait a couple of seconds, do another deboost. Now, that's pretty optimal. That's an okay fight there. So yeah, with kick, you just kind of deboost as soon as he lands, wait a couple of seconds, deboost again. Now, I like to dash away on the third one. So boom, 2, dash away. Just in case he does the Shoryu. Whoop. Got in the lava there. That's pretty dope. All right, now, my personal favorite pattern that he's got, though, is the float. Let's see if we can get him to do the float. So yeah, that's why I dash away there. I wouldn't recommend doing that. Just get behind him when he does the fire breath, honestly. Don't be crazy yet. See if we can get him to do the float. He's not doing the float pattern, but float pattern's awesome. So it's float, and then 2 Shoryus, and then he goes into the fire breath, which, you know, we like fire breath around here. And then I'm sure you've seen or heard of the best pattern where he just kind of sits there the whole time. That's very rare. You probably won't get that very often. Here's float. So you deboost into him right before he does his first Shoryu, and you want to try to deboost into him before he does his second one as well. But it's no, like, huge deal. You see that, like, I kind of took a little bit of damage off of that second Shoryu. I'm sorry, that fight kind of happened a little fast. Let's see if we can get it again. All right, so he's floating. Deboost. Deboost. Ah, that's not. Dang it. But, I mean, you kind of see what I'm saying there. I like that pattern. It's probably my favorite one. That's why the first deboost is important there with the kick pattern. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, there are going to be some funky patterns where he's just, like, kicking like crazy, doing Shoryus like crazy, like this, like that's, you know, like the more practice that you have and the more time you have under your belt fighting this guy, you'll get better at reacting to his different, oof. But yeah, that's pretty much how the fight works. Just try to deboost into him right as soon as he does that kick, because that's the pattern that you're going to see the most often is the kick pattern. So we just boom, deboost, boom, deboost, dash away, boom, deboost, boom, deboost. All right, so there's that fight. Let me see here. And this fight right here is totally fine. So, an important thing just with the game in general, especially with the spin slashes with some bosses, well, with this boss actually, there's a couple of them that you do it, but you'll notice that I'm causing some lag for myself here, like that, right? So you kind of want to do like a turn away, kind of like that. So you're causing yourself the least amount of hit lag as possible. Now, opening the fight, you can do a couple of things. You can either do 2 dash jumps like that, 1, 2, and then up, or you can do double jump into a jump there. Now, I prefer to do that one. And then, as always with every fight, man, iframe mitigation. You want to keep the boss in iframes as much as you possibly can. Alright, and then that's totally fine. Now, here, the web, this is what kind of fucks people up a little bit sometimes, because it's random, right? So he's going to throw his little spiders, and then he'll throw a little web, right? And that's what really tends to get people, is like this part of the pattern. That's another one that just practice makes perfect, you know what I mean? Now, and I would recommend doing this fight for both this one and the refight, because you don't want to add that layer of toxicity into your run just yet, man. Still want to enjoy it, you know what I mean? Now, if you get him down to yellow health, that's good, but if not, it's totally fine too. Whoop. You see? And that's kind of how that one works. I wouldn't try to focus on quick kills just yet, man. Like, you'll be fine. We'll go over quick kills when we need to. Okay, so now this motherfucker right here. So, Beast is a bitch. He does a lot of damage. I definitely recommend grabbing that health before you fight him here. Now, SDCs, you'll notice how your saber is extending all the way there. Now, watch this. Damn it, I'm trying to... There we go. Now, you see how here my saber isn't really coming out like all the way? Like that, right? That, you do not want that as an SDC, right? Especially with this fight right here. You want your... I call it a saber extension. You want your saber to extend the full way that it can, right? Because you want to kind of stand a saber's width away from him, like right here, right? Because when he growls, his hitbox like extends a little bit, and like it can really fuck you up depending. So just get kind of a nice saber's width away from him. Get that saber extension going. Whoop. And it's okay if he throws bananas at you. Yeah, and then we'll go over refight movement here in a second, and hopefully that'll help you with HP delegation in refights. So let's get over there real quick. All right, so here is the mushroom refight. Now, I wouldn't recommend going optimal. Like, I literally did this fight right here till I had like a 43. I would go like this. Now, it's important to note that you can cancel your Raijin with either a dash or a jump. But yeah, just like that. That's how I would fight this dude. Like, literally until I had like a 4350. Just boom. Now, here's where those turnaround slashes are important again. Whoop. Now, you can even screw it up a little bit like that. Now, but you don't want to take a lot of damage off this guy, though. Because, like, he will literally dictate how the rest of your refights will go. Him and Beast both. So, Beast, like, if he does that pink, like, charging attack, right? Just jump. Jump out of his way. It's fine to lose a couple of seconds in the Beast fight as long as you don't take a lot of damage, you know what I mean? Whoop. That's not what you want. It's been a while since I've done this fight. Forgive me. But, yeah, just a slash when he opens. Slash. 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 Now, the reason why I stand, like, right up on the clones, it kind of just manipulates that first clone to, like, go straight up. Oh, my God. I'm so stupid. I'm like going for the saber attack. My bad. Okay, so jump, boom, 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 whoop. All right, so now. Ugh. But yeah, just like that. That is absolutely what I would recommend for you for a little bit. Just something nice, easy, consistent, right? Because, you know, it's all about, you know, managing that health right now. Which I am doing very poorly. Do as I say, not as I do. How about that? Now, canceling out of the animation is very important here. You're going to want to dash or jump. Most people jump, I just dash. All right. Let's see here. So I was a little confused on what you wanted with Sigma, so I'm just going to kind of break everything down for you. I'm sure you know how to do the first part of the fight. So Sig 2. This is where your SDC is going to be really important. But, like, don't, like, stress out on it, like, too bad. You know what I mean? But, like, that's the best way to save time in this fight, to be totally honest. You can make it basically scripted. Well, I mean, it is scripted, but, like, it'll just be piss easy. So, first things first is I like to put myself, like, right up on his chest. Alright, get a little SDC, jump slash, Raijin Geki, or Ryujin, I mean, not Ryujin, damn it. Ultimate attack, whatever the fuck it's called, Rakuhoha. Now, with Sigma, you're going to basically be doing the Dragoon strat, like, as far as, like, damage boosting off of his body. So, we go here, boom, jump slash, Rakuhoha. More SDCs. Jump over here to manipulate that that scythe to go into the wall, and then boom, just body damage boost. And that's essentially how you do Sigma 2 here. Now Sig 3. The hell is this called again? Shipuga? Yeah, so you're gonna hit your Shipuga like right like around here when you're dashing through, like in between these two little blocks in the ground. Oop. Oop. Right, and you'll end up right next to that health. Now I do a Ryujin here. Hit that guy. Hopefully we can get some yellow heads. So right here, a neutral dash kick will put you 1 pixel away from the mouth here. So that's another really important little piece of tech. This right here. So you just don't touch D-pad and you do that. Just a neutral dash kick right here, and it'll put you perfectly right next to the face. Or you can back up a little bit, you know what I mean? Be a little safer. I don't think we've gone over the SSDC. So for SSDC, you might think that you have to do like a 2-hit dash, right? But you're actually just alternating between your D-pad and attack. right? You see on my my input viewer here. So you're basically like you're gonna rock your controller back and forth and just use your two thumbs, just alternate D-pad attack, D-pad attack, D-pad attack, and that's how you do SSDC. So Shipuga in. Reunion up. Reunion up. Neutral dash kick here. Now I recommend taking a good... Why is my emulator all skippy right now? I recommend taking a good like half hour or so, hour, just straight up practicing this SSDC. But yeah, it'll always be hit this guy, and then the heads will show themselves. You kill the heads, and then you kill. It'll be ground Sigma will pop up every single time. Now Yellowhead, just between you and I suck at Yellowheads too. I pretty much always take the damage from Yellowheads, so it'll just happen. But I believe you wait until he fires the first shot, and then you have to do your reunion in a certain like area. I'm not very good at it. Something like that, kind of, but I should have reunioned a little bit earlier. So yeah, now we're here. Now you can take a couple of steps back and just SSDC that way. You don't need to do like the optimal like one cycle strat. We can go over one cycle later on. So like I guess you can kind of like just break free as soon as you can. Whoop. I mean, and don't be afraid to use your E-Tank here. That was crazy lucky. Alright, so now with this dude, there's a certain pixel in the floor that we're looking to stand on. And it's right here. You notice right here in the floor. So you see this wire? Right underneath this wire, there's this black pixel. That's where we're going to be putting Zero's heel on. When we put Zero's heel on it, that basically sets you up like perfectly to do the spin slashes on Gunner Sigma. Oof. And if you don't Shipuga, you're kind of screwed for the first hit. You want to like kind of be close to the health. All right, so boom, reunion. Boom, reunion. You can put yourself there or not, you know, it's all good. Struggle, struggle. All right, now take out a head. Get on the magic pixel here. I'll be sure to screenshot magic pixel too. Now you can totally just do this. I did this for a little bit. For quite a bit, actually. And so as soon as you take out one of the Sigmas, another one's guaranteed to show up. Bitch, let me go. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much how it's done, man. So now with air, though. Hold on, let me see if we can get some air. Air Sigma. Air is the same thing, it's just a little bit different. You're just going to be doing a lot of Shipuga. See, I suck at Yellowheads too, bro. It's okay. Okay, there we go. And then we just do a couple of Shipugas. The pattern kind of sucks, but, you know, you can make it work. Magic pixel here. Now, if you do want to learn this strat, you're basically just, like, watch my input viewer. I'm holding my jump button and just doing a couple of slashes. And that's pretty much how Sigma rolls. All right, and then I think we got one more thing here. Good old general. All right, so then you stand here on this second. You'll see like these little pattern bits here on the rug. You stand right on the second one, hit your Raku Hoha, and hopefully he goes up, but he won't. Hit that Raku Hoha. And now he's going to go up. Alright, so now when he does go up, what I like to do is stand right on the edge and hit a Raku Hoha here. Right as this ball is going through me. Or about to hit me. Right? So, and then the next ball, I'll deboost. I'm standing on the edge, deboost. Now I make my way to the middle of the fist. And then what I do is I do one of those, remember how I was talking about piano key SDC? Where you just take your finger and your middle finger and your index finger and you like alternate them. I just do that, but very slowly in the middle of his fist. Whoop! That's what's up. I love that. I love it. Now you saw me doing some fancy stuff where I was doing turnarounds and reducing my hit lag and stuff. You can also just like that. You know, just hit him with a few of those. Air dash, hit him with one of those. Use a Raku Hoha. Alright, now let's see if I can show this off again. So right on the edge, I walk to the edge first. Raku Hoha. Stand on the edge, deboost, stand in the middle. And a slow SDC. Right, so that one you want to be slower. You just want your saber to be in that hitbox as long as possible. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I would highly, highly recommend getting some bad general RNG save state action going so you can just work on it. So that way it's not like a freaking death sentence. You know what I mean? You can like still kind of make it work. Oh, fired it early. Alright, and then if you do it well enough, you should only get 3 cycles. Alright. And that is basically it, dude. I hope this helps you out. If you have any other questions, dude, just feel free to hit me up. Yeah. Take it easy.